See what happens when a military vet discovers the world of podcasting in an all new. Wait. Hey, sound guy. Did I read this right? They give a military vet his own podcast show? Now, who in the world thought that was. You're still recording, aren't you? Oh, edit that out. See what happens when a military vet discovers the whole new world of podcasting in an all new The Birdman Show. For real, Cletus, edit that out, man. I need his job.
Stop. Pose for the frame. Then we all do the same thing.
Hey, yo, what is up, everybody? How are we doing? I know you hear that B-Hamp in the background with the Ricky Bobby, because we about to do the thing. That's right. What's up? You know who I am. I am the Birdman. This is the Birdman Show. Do it with me one time. That's right. I am rocking and rolling here on the Birdman Show. Of course, like I said, I always bring out the big guns. So I've got my man, Big Sam. I've got my main man, Ace. And we are joined special. I feel real special having this lady on the show right now. Britt, how the heck are you freaking doing? How you doing, Britt? Go ahead and unmute yourself. Yeah, everybody unmute yourself.
How are you guys?
Doing pretty freaking good. That's how I'm doing.
I love
right?
seeing y'all together.
I know it's actually pretty fun.
The thing of it is, though, is I'm kind of confused because I don't know which fucking camera to look at.
Look at the one ahead of you. Jesus. But I'm glad you brought that up.
Well, I don't have the hair, but you know, if you want to,
yes,
call me your Lord and Savior, I'll let you.
Yes, that looks like I got two butt cheeks sitting behind me. But I'm glad you brought up the camera thing. I'm glad you brought up the camera thing. Cause yes, we got a right now kind of 3 cameras set up in the studio. We got the of course we run off the MacBooks, and then we got the wide angle one with all 3 of us in here, and then of course we got lovely Britt join us as well. Hey, where my boy at?
He in here.
Matthew?
Yeah, where Matthew at?
Matthew. Say hi.
What up, homie? Yeah. I'm looking forward to doing an episode with Matt. We're gonna be talking about. We got a couple of different topics we could talk about. I think we're gonna do the one on the Simpsons predicting the future. So that's gonna be a future episode. Oh, see what I did there? Simpsons predicting the future episode. Wow, that's pretty awesome. Happy New Year. Inside joke. Anyways, look, I'm excited about this episode. At the same time, I'm not so excited about this episode because it challenges everything I ever thought I knew about my life and my childhood growing up.
Right.
Even though I'm very excited to see Britt, I'm very upset with Britt because she was the one that suggested this topic. So I don't really like her that much. I love you to death. Mainly because you got the Jimi Hendrix poster behind you, and on TikTok they always think it's a child. They always think it's a child on there. Like, you can't have children in your TikTok. Like, what? That's a poster of Jimi Hendrix. Anyways,
Going after.
yeah, I know they're going after Jim. I tell you, they try to get the black man every chance they get. They try to go after the black man. But this is not this episode. Okay, so this episode we are going to be tackling this phenomenon called the Mandela Effect.
If we're tackling people, Sam wins.
Yeah, I mean, well, Sam, yeah. Sam is defensive lineman. I'm not even challenging that guy. Not when it comes to that. So we're gonna be diving. How about I say that? We're gonna dive into this phenomenon called the Mandela Effect. Now, I've got a full disclosure here. When Britt first brought this up, I didn't.
Shut up. I'm fucking old.
Jesus, don't we all know? When Britt first brought this topic to us, like I heard about it, but I really didn't know much about it. And the more I started to research it, like the more my head started to hurt.
Oh God, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah,
There's some shit that I'm like, bullshit.
Exactly.
You're not taking my fucking childhood.
Well, they took it. Okay, they took it.
Fucking did.
Okay, look, they took it like state prison. In the shower, you just dropped the soap. They took it. They took it.
The Mandela Effect is fucking with me.
Okay.
Look at me last night on fucking trivia. How many times I mispronounced shit.
Yeah, you did pretty bad. I'm not even gonna lie about that. You definitely did pretty bad. But I mean, it's one of those things where, like I said, and I'm sorry, I'm multitasking here because I'm trying to get everything. I just realized that the live stream for the Facebook wasn't going at the same time. So now we're live. We're live on Facebook. Sorry for those who are just now joining us. I'm still trying to get everything worked out here. Yeah, say what's up, everybody. Say what's up. Got Big Sam. We got Ace in the house. But we're talking, like I said, we're diving deep into this Mandela Effect. And like I said, I didn't know much about it. And the more I freaking dug into it, I was like, what the? Are you serious? So, Britt, here's what I want to do. I want you to kind of, because since this is your baby, so I'm gonna let you nurture it. I'm gonna let you care for it. And I
also get to stroke it.
Yes.
To the
desire effect.
Okay.
I was going to say the culmination that it needs to be, but I mean, either way, the ending is going to be the same.
Right, exactly. Okay, so Britt, I'm gonna let you kind of lead us into this, and then we're gonna kind of start throwing out some stuff. I got a list of a few things I'm gonna start throwing out, and then we're just gonna. Well, I know Brian's got, Ace has got stuff. I know Britt, you got stuff. Big Sam, I know he's been researching stuff. I know he's got his phone out, so I know he's looking up stuff. So we're gonna have you kind of lead us into it, and and kind of go from there as far as we'll just go from there. All right, so you rock and roll with it.
So basically what the Mandela Effect is a warp, I guess, if you want to call it that.
Brittany!
What?
Scoot the fuck back. All we can see is your goddamn face. We need to see all of you. There.
I can see Jimmy too.
I can see more of Jimmy than what we can you. I mean, shit, you're all up here like.
So let me tell you about what's going on here. So we're gonna talk about the Mandela Effect.
How are we doing?
Okay.
That's just fucking creepy.
Okay, go ahead, Britt.
Okay, so I do believe, if I am looking at this right, the Mandela Effect came around back in 2009. And basically, I guess a quick overall of what it is. It's a group of individuals who are looking back at events or dates or certain things that happened in the past, and they are remembering them a certain way, but that's not the way that it supposedly actually happened, or how it was perceived, I guess. So it came around back in 2009. What first got the question going and why it was called the Mandela Effect was because of Nelson Mandela. People remember, there was a whole 3-day news coverage about him dying. I do believe, was it Africa? South Africa?
South Africa, yes.
South Africa.
Shout out to
while
my
he
South
was
African
imprisoned.
people.
You ain't from South Africa, motherfucker.
Wakanda forever. Wakanda forever. I'm sorry.
You're good.
Hey, Britt.
But
Britt, you're not
What?
on TikTok.
I didn't know if you could vape on here or not.
To the side on this.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay. But yeah, there's a mass group of people that truly believed that Mandela had passed away. It was the 80s. I have it wrote here somewhere. I should have gone through it. Yeah, in the 80s. But in reality, he didn't pass away until 2013.
Okay,
and people remember this.
That brings up my first question. How can it be called the Mandela Effect if it came around in 2009, but yet he didn't die until 2013?
That's very good. Well, when they were talking about it, it was 2009. And what they remember is the 3-day news coverage and like the speech from his wife and everything like that. So at the time that they first started calling it the Mandela Effect, he was still alive. He didn't pass away for another 4 years.
Well, the thing of it is, Well,
so the thing of it is,
if they thought that he was already dead and he didn't die until 2013 and everybody was unaware that he was still alive, then how would it be called the Mandela Effect?
Well, see, I think that goes into the basis of everything we're talking about. Like, the whole freaking thing is, okay, it's based on this dude, okay, like what they're talking about, kind of how this came about with, everybody remembering that he died. Okay. And then because I remember the news and everything when they were talking about he died, and I was like, oh man, that's crazy. And then all of a sudden, like, oh, he died in 2013. No. That's not what was reported. So like it's like this whole thing, because then all of a sudden you start questioning everything. And like I'll get into a little bit more of, to me, what the Mandela Effect really means, because there's a whole lot more implications to this other than just some of the stuff we're going to talk about.
Yes.
And that's some of the stuff we're gonna kind of get into. Okay, so what else you got about what you were talking about there, Britt? Oh, and just for all intents and purposes, this is a lovely cocktail brew of coffee
and vodka.
Well,
I mean, why lie?
I'm not. It's just,
well, you said coffee, and then
I didn't even get the. I didn't even.
Like you wasn't gonna finish it
because it was still on the roof of my mouth. God bless America. Anyways,
and Brittany comes with the shine.
Go ahead, Britt. Jesus, I'm over here with these filthy animals.
But that's like,
why did you tip the camera down?
I don't know. I thought I moved it with the moonshine. Why are you being so? I'm gonna poke you.
I'm this way every time.
I know.
You're just getting it firsthand because you're in a box.
Yes.
This is true.
So
Wieners and wine.
Wieners and wine. It is. So that's basically how it started, and they've come up. I think there's so many different things that are parts of the Mandela Effect, I guess, and like, what's one that sticks out to me? Like, what got me into it was I saw a video. I'm pretty sure it was on TikTok. It might have been Facebook, but I think it was still a TikTok video. And they're like,
from TikTok. Yes,
Did you know that Pikachu never had a black tip on his tail? And I'm
Look,
like,
that's a lot of stuff we're gonna get into, man.
Yeah,
Like, don't even start.
Quit jumping the gun.
Yes, don't even start.
sorry.
I'm gonna
We
do
ain't
you
got to the fucking
Yeah.
details yet.
I'm gonna have to start doing you
You're
like I do
throwing
eggs.
out fucking tidbits.
Yeah.
see, and that's my thing. I've got a lot, but it jumps around a bit.
Okay, listen. Let me tell you something.
Okay.
First of all, okay, right now, what you're doing, you're throwing out the nipple. Okay, we got a whole breast assist we got to get to. Okay, and then we're gonna migrate to the other breasts. Okay, so stop nibbling on the nipple. Just give your synapses and everything that you're talking about right now, and we're gonna jump. Cause look, this subject, I'm telling you. Ow, hey, guy.
How in the fuck did we get from a tidbit to nipple?
Cause she tidbit.
No,
Titty.
nibble.
I know tidbit, titty.
No, nibble, not nipple.
I just said nipple. It's all the same thing.
Oh God.
Hey, potato.
This
Everyone
is the
likes
Birdman after dark.
That's right. That's because I'm black. Anyways,
So I guess we should be working on the thigh since that's the dark meat.
wow, you do bring up an interesting point, sir. Anyways, go ahead, Britt.
But yeah, there's several things that we will talk about, and there's I guess there's a couple different things that could, I guess, attribute to this. The first one is false memories, or I think what they call is it schema? Schema? I don't know the correct pronunciation of this, but basically it's how the brain categorizes information, or is it false information because of how we categorize certain things. Or there is another theory which has to do with CERN and the super collider, and how there could actually be time warps and like a multiverse.
I'm sorry. We're just
You're
doing
good.
a little something here. You continue, ma'am. Don't worry about us.
We've
You
been
continue.
trying. He's been working.
I
on
don't
getting
know
all
how
the
far
camera
to
angles
continue
right.
though,
I'm
because
talking over
yeah,
you,
I know
Brittany.
Just don't get into
It
all.
is
Just
kinda
don't get
like
into extra
right
stuff.
here.
Just give background on this stuff. Brittany, just work with me here. Work with me here. Okay, just keep going. Keep going.
But what did Angel just say? Bob said y'all give him a headache. But yeah, it does have to do with like string theory, a lot of like quantum fields, parallel universe shifts that happening, stuff like that. And there's some really interesting stuff, or some information if you research it, as to how this could happen and why there's the potential for these to be real. I don't know what to get into. I might get yelled at again.
Okay. Here's what we'll do. Here's what we'll do. Okay, so
Okay.
let's back up just a slight bit.
Okay.
Want anything? That's because the mic is hooked in through this.
Yeah.
But even when he talks in that, it's super, super low. You barely hear it.
Mic check 1 2 3. Mic check 1 2 3. You're not hearing me at all. Or
There
you're
you
not
go.
Hearing me at all.
Yeah, you literally have to put it literally right up.
See, this is why we do this stuff live, because live video is awesome.
I
Live
felt
video is
that in
awesome.
but
Can you hear me now?
Okay, here's part of the problem. Hold it. I gotta tell him how to hold the mic.
He has to tell me how to hold my wand.
Yeah, because Brian is not. Okay, so that
I know,
part right
that's
there, that's where you gotta talk to.
I'm gonna talk to the tip.
Talk to the tip.
Okay. Can you hear me without me sticking this up to my face? Okay.
There we go.
How about with it down here?
Probably not.
Can you hear me down here?
All right, we're getting some yeses.
Okay, fine. I will pull it
Well,
up here.
I'm getting some yeses.
Well,
Who said they want deviled eggs? What the? I'm sorry, I'm looking at the
are we not
Angel.
friends?
Really, Angel?
On Face- I mean, we're friends on
Yes, we are.
Facebook. Then why the hell are you do that?
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Big Sam, talk to me a little bit about what you kind of discovered. I mean, not discovered, but when you heard the Mandela Effect, when was the first time you actually heard this? And what was your first thought of it? Without, like I said, going into some of the stuff that we're going to talk about.
I mean, I've seen examples of it on like social media or whatever.
Oh, there it is.
I don't know. It's probably been. I've probably known about it for a few years, a handful of years. I mean, yeah, it's kind of like what y'all saying. It just makes you fucking question everything.
We can't hear him at all.
Man.
Y'all gotta remember.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yes.
Woo. So I guess the first time I had seen it was probably a few years ago. I've just seen like examples on social media that people like post about. And they're like, "Hey, do you guys remember this?" I know. I think it was like 2 weeks or so ago when you, Brittany, like proposed the idea, and I think literally probably 2 days before, I had seen something on Twitter going around about that movie Shazam with Sinbad, made in like the 90s. I know that started kind of making its rounds recently. So, I mean, I thought that was kind of a funny coincidence.
Wow.
All right, you good to go? We're trying to work a few things, a few different angles.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, there we go. You good? Okay.
Yeah,
good.
well, there's a good chance my phone's going to die. Do we have a Samsung charger?
We do somewhere. I know we do.
Yeah, talk that
We'll
shit
get to
about me.
Mandela Effect shortly.
Yeah. So okay. So, Ace, why don't you talk to the people a little bit while I get the whole Samsung charger thing, everything going. Talk to the people a little bit about what your experience with the Mandela Effect is. I'll be back.
My experience with the Mandela Effect. Well, the way I look at this shit is they're trying to take my fucking childhood away. Brittany, you're cutting half your damn face off again. Sit still, woman. Now, all we can see is your fucking nose. You're cutting. Your
I'm
eyes
sitting
off.
like. Are you serious?
Yes. With your phone the way it is, turn it sideways. Because that's the view that we're getting. Well, oh, you got to take that out.
Cindy's saying he's playing. Oh, you butthead.
Well, you can see her just. We fucking can't, and we're the ones that matter. There, whoa, right there. We can see all of you. Is it a seat? Oh, seat charger? Yeah, seat charger. Because. What's it
Okay.
right there? What's that? But I'm fucking lost. I squirreled.
You were just.
Mandela Effect.
Mhm.
Shut up, Sam. They're trying to take my fucking childhood away. I mean, we're gonna get into some of this stuff that we remember fucking very vividly, and they're saying that it didn't fucking happen. What the fuck, really? Yes. You dirty bitch. Yeah, like not like that.
I didn't see what happened.
There we go. All right, that's what we. All right, but some of the stuff that we're gonna bring up is it's gonna make y'all scratch your fucking heads too. Like Shazam. We'll get to that, Angel. We'll get to that. And the thing of it is some of the stuff that I've got on my list, because I've got almost 2 pages of shit that I'm like, no, this is fucking bullshit. You can't sit there and tell me that it's not the way that I remember it. Bless you. Bless you. Yeah. Welcome back, good sir. Because I was there. I was there. I remember it that way. I mean, you can't tell me that it wasn't the way that we all remember it. And how can millions of people remember one event the exact same way, but yet they tell us that it didn't happen? I mean, it's not like we all fucking went through a damn memory machine and then went bloop, and made all of us fucking forget something or remember something the way that it didn't happen. My cat CJ wants me to turn this off so bad, and she won't leave the screen alone. CJ. Meow.
Anyways.
All right, Tim's back, so I'm going to turn it back over to the Birdman.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry about that. Trying to make sure everything's running. This
You
is
had
one
to
of
go
those
get
things
another coffee.
I did. That's one thing, beautiful thing about doing stuff, live stream, all that good stuff. When you add different things on there, you got to make sure everything's working. Okay, so like I said, my thing with the Mandela Effect. Now, I'm a little different when it comes to the Mandela Effect. The reason why I'm a little different, and I say that, is simply because, unfortunately, with my time in the military, I've had several TBIs. For those who don't know what those are, traumatic brain injuries. I've had at least, I think it was last count 11 concussions during my time while I was in the military, and that's not even counting ones I got from sports, from playing football, basketball, hitting my head on the floor on the basketball court, stuff like that. So I've had some several TBIs, and the problem with TBIs is that it affects your memory, long-term, short-term memory. So like when a lot of people have talked about this, have suggested this.
Was that coming through?
Yes, it was. Anyways.
You know I've got fucking anxiety. I was sitting here.
Yeah, he was like running his fingernails on the mic and everything. It's like crackling in my ear and everything. Like I'm got to get another TBI.
My bad. Why did we fucking go off screen? Oh no, that's you.
Yeah. So my thing is, like I said, when it comes to stuff like that, and people were talking about different things, I'm like, and I really couldn't. In some instances, I couldn't remember. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm like, I kind of remember it, but I don't. To me, I chalk it up a lot to those TBIs I've had, and it's difficult dealing with that because sometimes I just think maybe I don't remember stuff because of the damage that's been done. But then when I'm reading these comments and I'm looking over this stuff, and a lot of people are dealing with the same thing, and in most cases, in like pretty much 98% of the cases, they don't have the TBIs that I have. So it's like, wait a minute. So if they're kind of questioning the same things I'm questioning and they don't have the TBIs, okay, so what is really going on here? And it's just like, wait a minute. Like, is there a conspiracy theory? Is this something with the government? Is it, something bigger than that? Are we living in some type of matrix? Is this some type of time loop or time warp? Yeah, multiverse. Like, and I've been watching Spider-Man and the multiverse on Netflix. Telling you need to watch that. That's a great thing. It's really cool. It could be a simulation. I don't freaking know.
We'll check back in 10 years and see if it's still the same.
Yes.
No, because it's every 7 years.
Every 7 years.
Every 7 years they erase shit from existence, and that's when it happens. So in 7 years, we need to fucking like make a time capsule.
Yeah, there you go.
And in 7 years, open that motherfucker back up and say, hey, don't you tell me that fucking this didn't happen, because I've got proof of nothing that you're saying didn't happen in my time capsule.
I know, right? But hey, before we go any further, I need to make sure we do this. I want to let everybody know that the Birdman Show,
powered by Riverside FM.
That is right. The Birdman Show is powered by Riverside.fm. The easiest way and only way to make a podcast. Well, maybe not the only way to make a podcast, but the only way I will ever make a podcast again. Riverside has amazing editing tools and an unmatched community of experts that will help you take your podcast to the next level. So if you want to learn more about Riverside, check out the link in my Tim Birdman Simpson Facebook profile. Take flight with the Birdman and Riverside, and we'll see you in the clouds. All right. So here's what we're going to do.
He actually has a teleprompter. I didn't know he did that shit.
What, you thought I was just doing this off of memory? I am not that professional.
Well, as many times I seen him over here scrolling through his fucking iPad, and I'm like, what the fuck is he going to bring up? And then he's like, before we go any further, and I look over at his fucking screen, it's like, are you fucking kidding me right now?
I am not that professional. I'm trying to get there, but I'm not that professional where I can remember that stuff. I just talked about a very painful time in my life where I have TBIs. I can't remember stuff, sir. So I have to have it out there written for me. I'm playing. Sorry. I didn't mean to go. Shut up. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a quick break. For those on Facebook Live, this part of it you're not going to hear, but I have commercials that are uploaded. We're going to take a quick commercial break. And now when I say quick, it's probably going to be like less than a minute. But we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with more of the Birdman Show. Maybe. Hey, it's the Birdman here, and I have a question for you. Have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? If so, have you heard about Spotify for podcasters and why it's the easiest way to make a podcast with everything you need all in one place? Allow me to explain. Spotify for podcasters has the tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone, tablet, or computer. And when hosting on Spotify for podcasters, you can distribute your podcast on listening platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and many more. It's really everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. And the best thing about it, it's totally free. So what are you waiting for? Go to podcasters.spotify.com to get started. And just tell them a little birdie told you. A Birdman, that is.
What you got?
Yo, what's up? How are you doing? We are back with more of the Birdman Show. Do it with me one time. That's right. That's right. I am still rocking and rolling. I'm still here with my main man, Big Sam Ace. We are joined with one of our faves, Brittany Price. We are doing the thing. We are about to dive deep into the rabbit hole, and we are talking about the Mandela Effect. First of all, we're going to start with the lady in the house. Britt, how are you doing so far with this before we really jump into everything?
Good. I'm interested to see what your guys' thoughts are behind it when we really dive in.
Yeah, we I you know what, I'm gonna be honest with you, Britt. I don't know how much thought is really into this because as like I said, Ace and I know Big Sam and we've talked about this off and on since we decided we're gonna do this episode on this, and it's like all thought is really kind of thrown out the window. Rationality is kind of thrown out the window when it comes to this because everything comes into question. I've been contacted by quite a few different people. I was actually contacted by a personal friend of mine, and I've known her since we were I think she was a freshman in high school and I was I think a sophomore, junior in high school. So we've been friends for a long time. And she had reached out to me. It's like, yeah, I heard you guys doing an episode on the Mandela Effect, and I was like, yeah. And she was like, "Yeah, I definitely want to catch that show because this is a topic that's kind of it's one of those things I really kind of follow." I was like, "Really?" And she was like, "Yeah, yeah." I was like, "What's and I'm asking her questions because, like I said, my personal experience with the Mandela Effect, it's kind of like whatever, because a lot of stuff we're gonna bring up, a lot of the stuff is not stuff like that was like on my radar, and one of those things where like I would say it affected me on a personal level because I was kind of limited in some of the things that we're going to talk about. But there's some things that, we're going to talk about that, it's like, yo, I know for 100% fact that happened. And you're going to tell me it didn't? Okay, now we're going to fight. Okay, so let's just get into this, okay? We're going to start, Ace, we're going to start with you. I want you to give me one of the Mandela Effect that you have on your list. And what we're going to do is we'll go Ace, we'll talk about his, we'll go Britt, talk about hers, we'll go Big Sam, and then I'll follow up. Okay, so Ace, you got the floor, baby.
I'm going to come out big.
Oh, he said I'm bringing out.
I'm dropping the big guns right off the fucking bat.
He said I'm dropping Hiroshima.
This one. They really tried to destroy my fucking childhood with this one.
Say it ain't so, Ace.
It ain't so.
Say it ain't so.
I fucking read this one. I was like, bullshit.
Stop it, Ace.
All right, here we go. Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
Oh, not the Mr. Rogers Neighborhood.
The what?
Not the Mr. Rogers Neighborhood.
That ain't what you said.
That's what I said. Shut up.
Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Okay, Raggy.
Hey, first of all, I love Scooby-Doo. He was my hero.
We'll get to that one later.
He was the minority on that show, so I had to support him.
Well, minorities stick together.
Wow.
What, Britt? You watch the show every week.
Wow. We just went there. Oh, my God.
We did.
All right. Anyways, go ahead.
All right. Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
It's a beautiful day in the
theme song goes, "It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood." Or so we thought. Because according to the Mandela Effect, the song actually reads, "It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood." Now, how many of you remember it as "It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood"? That don't even fucking sound right. It's too many fucking syllables to have to fucking put together and try and make it work. It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood. It's always been the first one. You are an early educator. You know. You are an early educator. Yes, I know. But, come on. Birdman.
Okay, look, I will say this. Now, there's a couple of them that I'm pretty sure we're gonna bring up, and it's gonna fit what I'm about to say. Okay, and the thing is that you gotta think of how the human mind works. Okay, so sometimes, and Big Sam and Ace, they will attest to this, and especially when we talked about it on our last episode, the billionaire Big Pharma murders of Barry and Honey Sherman. The mind tries to process things, whether you're hearing it or you're seeing it. Okay, so sometimes in a lot of these situations, I would say a lot of the issue is not so much the fact of what it actually says, it's what our mind processes. And as a kid, you'll try to, even if somebody says something, you'll try to make it fit to where it makes sense. Now, I watched Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. I didn't really pay attention to the freaking song. It's not one of those songs I was just skipping down the sidewalk singing. Oh, it's a beautiful day in my neighborhood. No, I wasn't doing all that crap. Okay, so it wasn't one of those things where I was doing it like that. But I can see where there could be that could be an issue. That's one of those things where okay,
An issue.
It doesn't. Yes,
I watched that shit all the time.
Yes,
It was on whenever I got home from fucking school.
but you also have a lot of issues,
Fuck
Ace.
you.
So it is what it
He's
is.
not lying.
It is what it is. It is what it is, bro. You have a lot of issues. But what I'm saying is, it could be one of those things with this, you sit there and you think this, and just like Ace said, doesn't make sense to you when you hear it. So maybe you substitute this and you put the in there, and that's what your reality becomes. When in reality, maybe he never ever said that. Now, I haven't been able to find anything to where it actually said the. And everything I've seen is this, and Des can say this, or she can attest to this as well. We have gone and watched a awesome magician named Reza. He's phenomenal. He usually performs in Branson. We watched him in Branson twice. He was in Carthage, Missouri, not that long ago. He's actually been here to Pittsburgh, Kansas, and performed as well. And that's one of the ones that he talks about. And everybody in the audience always says the, and he's like, yeah, that's not what he says. And I'm pretty sure somebody here has on their list talking about Forrest Gump, and when he talks about the box of chocolates. Okay, Ace, just throw up his paperwork. And so therefore you're gonna hear this again. Because our mind will hear something, and then our mind starts processing it, and it'll process what we think it should actually be. So that it kind of plays into what I said earlier when we first started the show about some things that, like I said, when it comes to the Mandela Effect, there's some implications that I'm starting to realize when it comes to this that can play into a lot of other things. And like I said, I'll get into that much later in the show. Okay,
now,
so
just to
go
throw
ahead.
this out there, Angel says that she remembers it as this neighborhood. Angel,
Okay.
you were watching a different show. Just saying.
You're watching the UK version. You had a
Because my Mr. Rogers neighborhood said the.
you had a very power antenna on your TV.
I did. Oh, no, she did.
Yes, you did, Angel. You had a very power antenna on your TV.
Power ring.
Okay. In America, it's the. UK is this. Anyways, okay. Who did I say was next? Did I say Britt was next?
And then Sam. And,
Okay.
And then
Okay, so Britt, you give me one now that's on your list that you want to bring up.
I'll give you the one that started my journey into it, which was Pikachu off of Pokemon. I used to play Pokemon. I still have my original Game Boy from when I was a kid.
Holy crap.
But see, the problem with that, though, is that shit's in black and white.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Oh, shit.
That's the color one. Yeah.
Okay.
It's my original game that I bought back then.
But you
It
can't
does-
see the tip of his tail.
But if you activate the game inside of here, there's no tip on his tail. And I know I have colored pictures when I was a kid. His tail was black, just like the tips of his ears.
So even if you power up the game, it still doesn't show a black tail or black tip.
It does. Here, I can try real quick and see
Yeah, I was
if
about
you
to say
guys
that's
can.
why I wanted you to do that. Just pull that up. Let's see if we can. There's some
Yeah,
black-
pros.
I'm looking. We're here. I know. For those on
Here he comes.
Facebook Live. For those on Facebook Live. No.
There's no tip on his tail. It's just yellow.
That's fuck shit.
And see, the thing is, I will talk about that. I can, like, I watched it a little bit when it came on, and I was never like big into Pokemon. So it's like whatever. So like when the cartoon came on, like when they started doing the cartoon is when I really kind of started getting into it, because it was just something to kind of fill time, and it was kind of cool. And like there's times when I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about this, even after you brought it up, and before you brought it up, and I was doing my research, and I'm thinking, like, could have sworn he had a black tip on his tail. And I know I've seen that, but a lot of what I've seen, what I remember, that's from like Comic-Con, and some other things that people have done as far as like doing different drawings, and even tattoos of Pikachu, and I remember black tips on that. So it's like, okay, so wait a minute. So am I remember it from the actual creation of Pikachu, or am I remembering it from other things that I've seen, and now it's starting to blend into what I'm seeing or remembering?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a good one. That's a very good one. Big Sam, what do you I mean, did you ever really get into? I don't know if you really got into the Pokemon, or did you really hear anything about this part of it?
I was kind of a big Pokemon kid.
Gotta collect them all.
I feel like I remember seeing like a drawing or a picture of Pikachu with a black tip tail, but I was pretty big into the show too, and I distinctly remember in the show him not having that. So I don't know. It might have been a thing where it's like a crossover between like the video game and the show, where that like kind of came from.
Okay.
So, and like Carrie said in the chat, Onyx, I've always seen it spelled Onix, and now they're coming out saying that it's Onyx.
Now see, Onyx with the Y, I've always remembered it from the rap group Onyx, and it was with the Y. I didn't actually really pay attention to the IX. What'd you say, Britt?
How he explained it, it was backwards.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Who? Big Sam?
That Onyx.
Onyx.
I always thought it was spelled with a Y, but actually it is spelled with an I.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like I said, when it came to that, the Onyx is like, I remember that as the rap group, and they were spelled. I think they were spelled with a Y. So like when I heard that, somebody said that, and I was like, they said, yeah, Onyx. And I was like, oh yeah, the rap group. And they're like, no, I'm talking about freaking Pokemon. And I'm like, oh, sorry, I'm not that really into it. It's like, my bad.
And for those that are watching that don't know what
Black moment
is, can y'all can hear? For those for those that are watching that don't know what the Onyx Pokemon is, it's the rock snake.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the Onyx, spelled Onyx.
Yeah, I didn't know much about that.
Your next big thing.
Yeah. Okay, so Big Sam, give us one of the ones that you have.
How about Mr. Monopoly?
Oh,
big one.
Yeah.
See, now listen. Now you about to fight with people on game night. That's what you just exactly. Yes. Now, okay, go ahead, Sam.
So Mr. Monopoly is, of course, the mascot of the game Monopoly. A lot of people remember him having a monocle.
Yes.
Which I feel like I distinctly remember him having a monocle.
Yes. Is that all you got?
That's all I got.
Okay. Now,
We got a lot to get to.
I distinctly remember him having a monocle. Even whenever they came out with the McDonald's fucking Monopoly shit, he had a monocle. Angel, we're gonna get to that shit. She's throwing shit up in the chat.
I know. For those, like I said, on Facebook Live, and especially for those even that are joined, or are going to be watching this on our YouTube channel, you actually can't see the chat that we have. That's why one of the reasons why we love for people to be able to join our live studio audience, and which you can do that even now. You still can join by going to riverside.fm/studio/Birdman's hyphen studio. It's Birdman with the S at the end, so Birdman's, not no hyphen or anything like that, or apostrophe. I'm sorry, no apostrophe, just Birdman's with the S. hyphen studio. You can still join. You have plenty of time to do that because I guarantee this is going to be one of those shows. But yes,
Cindy,
both
of us are using the same mic.
Yeah,
it's just he's soft spoken.
He's
He's a big teddy bear, and he doesn't talk very loud.
Yes, unless it's time for him to roar.
Yes. Sitter even said that he's soft spoken.
Yeah, but when he roars, he can get loud. He gets loud.
Birdman, you're up.
Okay, so for me, okay, so we'll go. Let's go ahead and tackle this one. This is a big one, and we've had I know Angel's biting at the bit at this one. So let's go ahead and just tackle this one and get it knocked out of the way. So let's talk about the Fruit of the Loom trademark. Okay, this is one that's been big on TikTok. I've seen it on YouTube. I haven't seen much of it on Facebook, but not to say it's not there, but it's big. And a lot of people remember the Fruit of the Loom, the actual trademark for it, the image for it having a cornucopia. Now, I've always remembered it as having a cornucopia. Now, I did see later, looking at some of the trademarks for it, and it didn't have a cornucopia. So I just, me personally, I'm not talking about anybody else. Me personally, I was like, oh, they decided to rebrand, and decided to change their logo. Cool, no big deal. But then everybody comes out talking about, oh no, it had a cornucopia. Okay, yes, it had a corner. And I'm thinking, okay, yeah, it had a cornucopia, no big deal. They rebranded. Why are we making this a big deal? Until I started seeing the story behind it, and they're saying, no, there never was one. I was like, ooh, hold up now. Wait a minute. Fruit of the Loom, I'm starting to feel personally attacked here. So you calling me a liar? Are you telling me that I never saw a cornucopia? I didn't even know what a cornucopia was. Look, I'm black. Do you know how many conversations comes up with black people with the word cornucopia in it? Zero.
I'm surprised you even can pronounce that word.
Me too. And it was because of Fruit of the Loom that I knew how to pronounce it, and I knew what the
preach
heck it
to
was.
us, Tim.
I'm preaching. Give me an amen up in here. Anyways, I didn't know what it was. Fruit of the Loom taught me that.
Angel, you're black?
I know. It's hard to believe. Sometimes because my real name is Timothy, and like if you didn't know me or you never saw like a picture of me, you're like, oh, that sounds like a good wholesome white name, and most of the time that's what it is. That's gonna be a whole separate show. We're not gonna get into that right now, Angel. But no, for real, like I didn't know what that was. Fruit of the Loom taught me that. And then for somebody to say, no, it never was that. It's like, wait a minute. I distinctly remember having Fruit of the Loom underwear, Fruit of the Loom shirts, you know what I'm saying? And it had it on there. And it's like, how are you going to tell me that it doesn't exist? And then to see people who are actually pulling out clothing from like when they were kids, and they're like, yo, look, and their lady actually went on and said, look, I went through my stuff, my old stuff, because I still had old stuff. And she's like, I think she said her mom had just passed away. She still had old clothing and stuff from when she was a kid. And she pulled all that stuff out. And lo and behold, she had multiple clothing articles, T-shirts and everything that had the Fruit of the Loom on it, the cornucopia on the Fruit of the Loom. So it's that one really got me. That one really messed with me a lot. Britt, what are some of your thoughts when you're hearing about that and you're thinking about that?
The black man with the white slave.
It's just baffling. Like there's so many people that remember the same thing like you. I used to get Christmas gifts, like our stockings, they were full of socks and underwear. Fruit of the Loom. The cornucopia was there.
One thing that I'm going to say is the reason why I distinctly remember the cornucopia. And I actually watched a TikTok video where this chick was so fucking obsessed with it.
Are you talking? Wait. Are you talking about the same one that Like she had the therapist.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So that's the same one I was talking. I alluded to. I wasn't gonna go into that, but yes, that's the exact same one. Yeah. Go ahead.
Her therapist told her that she needed to fucking calm down. I mean, she was hell bent
Like,
on fucking proving Fruit of the Loom wrong. Fruit of the Loom went as far as to posting all the way back to the beginning of their existence every logo that they've ever had to disprove that they never had one with a cornucopia on it. This chick went back. I mean, she spent years on this, and then she finally found it.
Yeah.
She finally found a shirt that had the logo with the cornucopia on it. So, I mean, for a company to post that many or to post the fucking logos from the time they began to current, they're trying to fucking hide something.
Well, my thing is like, and I'm gonna let Britt finish up with hers. My thing is this: is that
Bob's your uncle.
She went, like I said, like she had a therapist that told her, like, yo, you need to like, okay, it didn't happen, da da da. And her husband was even saying that. But then when she pulled that stuff out, and her husband was looking like, okay, all right, babe, all right, cool, it's cool. But then it gets me when it comes to all this, is like, why? Like, why is it that big a deal? And the thing is when you actually research it, and I watched, there was a guy that did I can't remember his name. I should have wrote down. I apologize, because I always want to give credit to where credit is due especially when it comes to research. And he looked at it. He looked up the trademarks when it came to the Fruit of the Loom, and even all the way back in the early stages of it, when it came to it, the trademark, when you have to give a description of what you want, and even in the trademark, it says cornucopia. It has cornucopia in it. In all the early developments of the image for the trademark for Fruit of the Loom, it has cornucopia in it. Now, to say that you never had a cornucopia in your image for your product, why would you need to have cornucopia in the description of it? Now, it does in
They
one of
misspelled corn.
Probably was what. But I know. I was gonna say something else. No, I'm not doing it. But
he was gonna take it back to after dark.
Yeah, I was. But the thing is in one of them, only one, it said that trademark was pulled. It was pulled, like they were going through with it, but then it was pulled, it was canceled, da 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 da. But it never was pulled out of the other ones. So, like I said, and even people talked about, how you have the Fruit of the Loom when it talks about like how it is now, and you see the colored version of it, like the leaves that are on there beside the apple and the grapes. There has a brown leaf, and there was like, oh, well, that people probably mistaken the brown leaves that were on there as a cornucopia. Okay, first of all, didn't know what a cornucopia was, didn't know what it looked like.
But those are fucking leaves.
You know what I'm saying? But I knew what it was and what it looked like from Fruit of the Loom. I've never seen cornucopia used anywhere else in anything that had directly to deal with me. The only reason why I knew, like I said, the only reason why I knew and associated a cornucopia was from Fruit of the Loom. So why would I mistaken leaves, a brown leaf, for a cornucopia? If you've seen a brown leaf, especially on the logo now, compared to a cornucopia, how in the world, in baby Jesus' name, would you think? And I'm talking about baby Jesus, little baby in the manger.
Stop.
So innocent. Okay, so innocent.
Hey Tim.
Shut up. Yeah, how could you mistaken that? That's all I'm saying. How could you mistaken a leaf for a cornucopia? That's all I want to know. Is how can you mistaken a leaf for a cornucopia? You can't. Okay, that's the only thing I got to say when it comes to that. Cornhole. Who said coming back cornhole? Cornhole. Whoa. Anyways. Okay. So we hit that one. Okay, so we hit the cornucopia one. We hit the Fruit of the Loom one. Okay, so we're gonna do.
Same one.
We're gonna go Back around the horn again before we take another break.
Back around the horn again.
Right around the horn again. Woohoo!
All right.
All right. So, hey, hit us with another one.
I've got nothing but fucking monsters here.
Oh boy, here we go.
All right. I did Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood the first time.
Yes, sir.
And this time I'm going to do what was that baseball movie called?
What, Field of Dreams?
Yes, Field of Dreams.
Oh boy.
Field of Dreams. How many of you remember what they said was, if you build it, they will come? But
isn't it built? If they build it, he will come.
No.
Isn't it?
Yes. If you build it, he will come.
Yeah, because he's talking about his dad, right?
Have you seen the movie? You're giving me that look like.
That's one that I actually haven't personally heard was Field of Dreams. They would come because they're talking about the people flocking into the games, right?
No. If you build it, he will come.
Because he's talking about his dad.
Because if you remember the end of the movie, at the end of the movie, his dad was a catcher for the Philadelphia Phillies, I think. Don't quote me on the team.
Okay, yeah.
Hell, it might have been the fucking White Sox, but he only got to play in one game.
Right.
Before he died.
Before he died, yes.
That's why the ghost said, if you build it, he will come. He built it, and his dad came back to play catch with him. The one thing that he never got to do was play catch with his dad.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he didn't care about all the money he was going to make with the people showing up. Yeah. Because I believe it was, what was the, don't take this as racist. What was the black guy's name?
Do you remember? I don't.
It's the same guy that played the king of Mufanda or some shit.
Mufanda?
I don't know. But anyway.
What?
Shut up.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Time out, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Matt. James Earl Jones.
Okay, yeah.
James Earl Jones said, if you build it, they will come.
Oh, you talking about Mufasa?
That's what I was thinking, Mufasa.
Whatever.
You said Mufanda. I was like, what?
Whatever.
The Black Panther is going on here.
Well, no, not Wakanda.
No,
I can't remember what he was the king of something.
It was in Lion King.
No, yes, he was.
He played Mufasa in Lion King. He was also Darth Vader.
Okay, he said, people will come.
Coming to America. He was in Coming to America.
Yes, he was the king in that too. But whatever. But the original line was, if you build it, he will come. I'm going to shut up now because James Earl Jones going to get me in fucking trouble.
Wait.
See, I got my phone over here on the fucking interwebs watching Facebook Live, and I can't. Will somebody please Google James Earl Jones?
Yes, no,
and tell me what the movie was where he was it's like the king of Scotland or the king of it's not Scotland, but I mean it's something like that. Well, somebody please.
He played
Matt.
He played the king of oh God, now
Coming to America.
Mazunda. King of Mazunda. Damn it! How did? Oh, is it Mazunda? King of Mazunda?
You keep saying it. It isn't going to change the way you say it.
No, it's in Coming to America. I just can't remember the name of the kingdom. I don't know. Mazunda.
That's not it though.
Well, James Earl. Yeah, he played the king.
He played the king in Coming to America.
Yes,
he was the voice of Mufasa.
Yes,
but he was also it was like a fucking murdering movie.
A murder movie,
like in Africa. Is nobody Googling this? Or are you looking it up?
Yeah, I'm at a loss of words right now because I don't remember him. I mean, it could be. Hey, I'm not saying I've watched every freaking movie that came out. Mazunda. Oh crap. Is it Mazunda?
Oh, that's not it. That's Patriot Games.
Patriot. He was in Patriot Games. He was.
Or did you?
He wasn't in Patriot Games.
For James Earl Jones.
Mazunda.
Apparently,
Conan the Barbarian. Was he in Conan the Barbarian?
Yeah.
The new one?
Yeah.
No, he was in the old one. He played the Snake King in the old one, the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I remember that because he turned into a snake later. Okay, this is going.
Yeah, we're squirreling.
Wait,
Leave it to me to squirrel, everybody.
We're going in a complete different direction here. Okay, so as those two are working on that, Britt, what are your thoughts on what Ace just brought up?
I don't remember it like that. I really don't. I don't remember he will come. I remember they will come. But
Okay.
that's one of the ones I'm not like too familiar with. It's just a line that I've heard throughout time. I've seen the movie once or twice. It's not something that I've gone back and rewatched multiple times.
I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at you, Britt. I'm laughing at Angel. She's throwing out names.
Right.
She said Coming to America. Then she said Conan the Barbarian. Then she said Driving Miss Daisy. Then she said Gremlins. I'm like, what? Wait, what? Angel, seriously? Oh my God. Were there even any black people in Gremlins, the original one? I don't remember if there was any black people in it. Angel just snorted. She's laughing so hard. Thank you, Angel. I appreciate it. But no, yeah, there weren't even any black people in Gremlins, the original one.
He black?
Huh?
The teacher with the sandwich when he was trying to draw blood.
Yeah, you're right. But he talked so white that I'm sorry. I just didn't realize he was black. You're right. Because I remembered him getting killed later. It's kind of like my name being Timothy. Anyways, so okay, yeah, I agree. Yeah. Wow, that's a tough one. No, I do remember. Now that's one I can safely say I do remember him saying he. And maybe it's because my sports background.
Wait, I'm sorry. I never gave my opinion on that. I always heard he as well.
Okay.
Not if you build it, they will come.
Right.
I always remember it as if you build it, he will come.
Zamunda.
Thank you.
Kina Zamunda. That's Coming to America.
No. Well, I know it's Coming to America, but that's not what I'm thinking.
Okay, well, anyways, Zamunda. The Kina Lord sends Zamunda. I was thinking about the Ludacris when he was talking. Yeah, and it was one of his albums because that was like the intro of his album. Yeah, Zamunda. Yeah, King Jaffe. Yes, Angel. Yes, there you go. But yes, as far as the Field of Dream one, I always remembered it as He Will Come. And like I said, maybe it was because of my sports background. I remember, playing catch with my dad early on. And for most people, and I'll give this quick background on myself. When I was towards the tail end of my military career, I played for a semi-pro football team up in New York. And I was a wide receiver.
This is modern day slavery.
What?
we got the black man over here as the leader of the show, leader of the pack, and then the white guys are in the background, just chilling while he talks about himself. No, we are so underpaid. Wait. We don't. No, we don't even get snacks. Oh, smack! Smack him.
Yes, I plan to. As soon as I cut the freaking cameras.
Yes, deviled eggs.
As I was freaking saying.
Welcome to the Birdman Show.
That part was not the Birdman Show. Okay, I need to come up with a disclaimer for both these idiots. Anyways, when I remember when I was playing for the semi-pro football team and I was a receiver, and my coach had asked me, he's like, hey, you got really good hands, you catch really well, how what it was. I know, right? He said, it's like, how long you play? I said, I didn't play in high school and I didn't play in college. He's like, well, how is it you my mom used to throw me passes a lot when I was when I was a younger kid. But she threw footballs to me, not with a leather football like normal, like you would normally play with. I had a plastic football that I received in one of my Easter basket, and it was plastic, and it was about the size of a regular football, but it was really smooth. And she used to throw me, and like my mom, she was a phenomenal softball player. She had a really good arm, and she used to throw me passes, and she would on purpose throw me passes that I would have to like adjust. You know what I'm saying? Whether I'm here or I had to catch it with one hand. And I used to catch that football, plastic football, slick as all get out, with one hand, two hands, or I had to adjust. And because of that, I learned how to make catches. And so therefore, now when you're talking about somebody throwing me a leather football, whether I'm wearing gloves or especially if I'm wearing football gloves where I can really catch almost anything, I can catch anything. And like, it's just really crazy. Yes. Thank you, Des. Tell your brother to shut up. But yeah, it's like I associated
what does this
that
have to do with?
Because I associated it with he will come because he didn't get to play catch with his dad. Now, my dad was there. I'm not saying that my dad wasn't throwing me passes or anything like that. My dad was my little league coach. I played catch with my dad often. You know what I'm saying? I did that all the time. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's not that. But I remember when I heard that, I associated it with, playing catch with my mom and playing catch with my dad. And so I got it. It was a memory. Bam, it hit me right there. Bam, he would come. He never got a chance to play catch with his dad. I did. You know what I'm saying? So, maybe that's one of those things where it but like I said, it goes back
I didn't get to play catch with my dad.
I'll go play catch with you after this, Brian.
I ain't calling you daddy.
Yes, you will. Anyways. Thanks, Dad.
All right, Britt. Getting on with the show. What do you have for us next?
So
Okay.
Yeah, go
one
ahead.
that I'm geek out on because I don't know. I love the Lord of the Rings movies. There's a very famous scene in one of the Lord of the Rings movies, okay? It is when they are going through the mines of Moria. They're being chased by the creature known as the Balrog.
Okay.
At this point, everybody has crossed over this land bridge. Gandalf stays behind. He faces the Balrog.
Okay.
And he said,
I'm with you.
well, not past, right? This scene.
Yes.
He ends up falling, but before he falls, do you guys remember the famous line that he says?
Right before Belrod pulls him in with the whip.
Yep, the very last line that he says as he's looking.
Sam says, "Fly, you fools."
See, I don't remember.
I thought he said run.
He says, "Run, you fools," and then he falls.
That's what I thought he said. Yeah, that's what I thought he said.
Fly, you fools.
Wait, okay, so wait a minute. So wait a minute. So they're saying he said fly?
He says, "Fly, you fools." I went back and I watched the videos and I'm like, that's not what he said. He did not say that.
So he said,
but
what?
You went back and watched the videos and he says fly.
Yes, but I swear to God, I know those lines. I know that movie. I have never.
Now, see, the thing of it is if you've had the movie this whole time since you watched it.
No, I watched it. I pulled it up at what was it? HBO Max. It was on one of the.
Okay, so you pulled it up on something that could have been digitally altered.
Yes.
Gotcha. See, I have no input on this because I have not seen Lord of the Rings, any of them.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
going to turn
that-
this over to Sam.
No, because I am the biggest Lord of the Rings fan. I've seen all of them like 100 times. Like it's the greatest trilogy of all time.
It really is
Yeah.
really good.
And I always have distinctly remembered it as being Fly. Like,
really?
Anytime I've ever watched it, yep.
That is so crazy.
You know what? Wow. Okay,
It just-
listen to you talk about it, Britt. Even listen to Big Sam, saying that, like, as I'm looking at it, like I can picture, I can see, like as if the TV is right in front of me and I'm watching it, and I'm watching him holding on to the edge of that bridge. Man, it's like
you can still
it goes
hear
back to it goes back to what I was saying about earlier about the mind. You know what I'm saying? Just like making stuff make sense, make it make sense. And
Right.
it's like I'm thinking, okay, he's saying, okay, run. You know what I'm saying? Why would you say fly? And it's like, I have no idea. It's like I don't even know. I don't know. I don't know what he said. I don't know. I give up. I give up on life. I give up on everything else. I just give it up. I don't know what is going on. I don't know. Like I just really don't know. And that's how I feel like when it comes to a lot of this stuff. Is like I don't freaking know. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's crazy. I don't know if they're watching it behind me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I figured. They're watching it behind me. It's like I don't even know anymore. And I love the Lord of the Rings, the trilogy. I loved it. You know what I'm saying? That's one of those ones where I can sit down and say, okay, what do I feel like? Oh, you know what? It's gonna be a Lord of the Rings weekend. I'm watching all of them. You know what I'm saying? Or Lord of the Rings night. I'm just gonna watch all of them back to back. Bam, 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 bam. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's get it popping. And that's what I feel like sometimes. And wow, that's a good one, Britt. That's good.
So many
good.
times, like literally, I know all of the scenes, most of them. I wouldn't say all of them, most of the scenes, right? So
Right.
I put either the Lord of the Rings trilogy or the Hobbit trilogy on, and I will go clean and do housework and stuff because I can see it in my head. So that
Wow. That's a good one.
Now, let me ask you this question, Britt.
Wow.
okay.
How much did it fuck with your brain knowing that it wasn't how you remembered it?
Well, let's put it this way. When I first got turned on to the Mandela Effect, it was a good 4 or 5 days before I settled down because of all the changes that I was seeing. I was like, nope, that's not right.
Right.
Nope, no.
Oh, well, I don't know what you still have on your list, but there's still quite a few good ones out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, I really wanted to do this all in our time frame we had. And like I put the time frame on our Facebook Live for like 2 hours. I'm starting to think that's a mistake. That was a mistake. Yeah. This is really messing with me. Okay, look. Okay, so wait, who just went? Britt? Who's
I did.
next? Let's Big Sam. Yeah, go ahead.
Sam.
Hit it, Big Sam, because Britt, you're messing me up with the Lord of the Ring one. Big Sam, go ahead, sir. What do you got?
Okay. How about Mickey Mouse?
Oh, okay. What do you got for Mickey?
Yeah. Who remembers him wearing suspenders?
I don't remember him wearing suspenders only because like his outline of his body was black. Huh?
I mean, he's even got the fucking buttons down there where they hook.
Held him in.
I know. I do, but I honestly don't recall him wearing suspenders because I think in my mind I always thought it's so weird. What are those buttons for?
For his fucking suspenders.
I get it. I hear what you're saying, but like in my mind, like as a kid, I'm thinking, okay, why do you have suspenders? Why do you have those buttons there, bro? Like what's the buttons for? Like in my mind, like because I personally don't recall him having suspenders. So okay, so what do you? Okay, so you're saying, Big Sam, that you remember him having suspenders. Do you have other people saying the same thing too?
I remember him without the suspenders.
Okay.
So, yeah.
But are there so there's people saying that they remember him with suspenders?
Correct.
Okay. What about you? Okay, Ace, you said you remember him with suspenders?
Yeah.
What about you, Britt?
I do. But I do have an interesting question. I know you guys have hit this before real quick.
Okay.
How old did you say you were again, Sam?
25.
I wonder,
Ooh,
could
that's
that
even
have
interesting,
anything
too.
to do with the differences here? Because we're all quite a bit older than
He
him.
says no, though.
I don't remember him having suspenders.
You don't remember him either? Okay.
No, I don't. See, that's that, and like I've said before, when it comes to other episodes we've done, especially when we talked about the dating episode we did, because we do have a diverse age. Brian, you're what 5 years older than me?
I'm 49.
So yeah, 4 years older. So you're 4 years older. Well, a little.
God damn. That's what I got whenever I said I was 49. It's like, God damn. And to let you know, Angel, Sam brought up Mickey Mouse having suspenders.
Smack him.
Okay, you guys you're not gonna hurt me tonight. You're not gonna hurt me tonight. No, we're not doing this tonight. Okay. So Brian is less. He's less than 5 years older than me, because he's 49. I'll be turning 46 next month. So he's a little bit less than 5 years older than me. So we'll say like 4 years and some change older than me. So I'm 45, about to be 46. Big Sam is 25. He'll be 26 in. Oh Jesus! I'm sorry, Big Sam. What's your birth month? You said May? Huh?
May.
Okay, May. It's in the 20s. It's not? Is it 15th? It's in the teens? It's like before the 10th? Huh? So the teens, mother.
12. May 12th is Big Sam's birthday.
I'm done with y'all. Anyways, so Big Sam he'll be 26.
Us white boys got to stick together.
Yeah, well, yeah, Anyways, I'm sorry.
I'd say us bald guys got to stick together, but
I'm sorry, America. I did that. Anyways, so
we can never do a podcast with all three of us in the same room ever again.
This might not be a good
We're
idea.
not getting anything accomplished.
It might not. We are. We're getting things accomplished. I don't know what it is, but we are getting things accomplished. But what I'm saying is, with the Birdman show, we have a good diversity. You know what I'm saying? Not only in age but in experience. And so therefore that's why I love it, because we can bring different point of views when it comes to the show and things we tackle and we talk about.
Did you say porno views?
Somebody get him some hearing aids, because I'm about to get.
Brian, your age is
What?
actually.
Yeah, it is showing right now. It
What?
really is. Your age is. See? Yeah.
What? What? What?
Yes, it is.
Let me brush
showing.
it forward.
Yes, don't. It doesn't matter if you brush it forward, backwards, sideways. It's in the past. It's you have to try and time travel to get your stuff. what I'm saying is that's why I love about the show is because we can bring those point of views to the show, and it does help. It does freaking
That's
help.
what I heard again.
Oh God.
Anywho,
Lord Jesus, give me strength.
you're next, Birdman.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Oh, Jesus, man. Oh, for the love of God. Okay. So I'm gonna ask you guys this question. What do you know about Michael Jackson? In particularly, his song "Smooth Criminal."
I was going to say he's a white guy with a real skinny nose.
This is also true. Yes.
With an afro. Yeah.
First of all, Michael Jackson's whole life is a Mandela effect.
Yes, yes, it is.
Okay.
I have not heard about a Mandela effect with Michael Jackson. So please continue. I'm actually intrigued on this one.
Okay, so have you heard anything, Big Sam?
He said no.
No, he don't know. Okay, Britt, how about you?
I don't think so. I'm not 100% sure, but I don't think so with Michael Jackson.
Okay, so can we all say safely right now we know about the song "Smooth Criminal" by Michael Jackson, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, tell me if this sounds familiar. Okay, you've been struck by a smooth criminal.
Yes.
Okay, so Ace is saying yes.
You've been struck by a smooth criminal.
Britt saying yes.
Yep.
It's Big Sam. I don't want to like insult you or anything. I don't know how much how much of a fan of Michael Jackson you are.
Well, he said he already knew the song. He just
I know.
heard it.
Everybody's heard the song, but there's been so many different renditions of the song. When you talk about the original song and the artist, that's when I say I don't want to insult anybody about that because I don't know what version of the song you've heard. Okay, so if you're saying like Michael Jackson, will you agree you've been struck by a smooth criminal? Would you say that that's kind of what you remember, Sam? Okay, he's saying sure because let's move forward. Never said it.
What did he say?
Rick was like, what? He never said it. He said you've been hit by a smooth criminal.
No, I didn't.
Now listen. Now Brett, I would agree with you. The only reason why I would agree with you because, like I just said about Big Sam, what rendition have you heard? Every rendition,
Michael Jackson's.
No, every rendition you've heard about that song is that he said hit by twice. Well, no, I'm sorry. The renditions you've heard, he said you've been struck by a smooth criminal. The original song, it's hit by smooth criminal. The only time he actually did that was in his London live performance, when he said you've been struck by a smooth criminal.
So he did say it at least once,
but not in the original.
It doesn't matter if it's the original.
Okay, I get it.
It has been sang by Michael Jackson the way that we remember it.
But here's the deal. You can't find the actual original track from the London. It
disappeared.
It's actually, well, no, I'm saying it's not just disappeared. It's that it's like almost like one of those digital remastered tracks.
Once you go digital, you never come back.
If you look up, if you Google it, Google the Michael Jackson lyrics to that song. It's you've been hit by a smooth criminal.
Get it? I'm looking this up. I don't.
Go for it. And the reason why I know that, the only reason why I know that the Google part, because Des looked it up. When
Now-
when I brought it up, Les looked up. Was like, she's like, no. Oh my God. Yeah.
Now,
it is
you
that.
keep looking back, Brett. What's Matt you saying?
And, hey, look,
He's Googling.
Matt is my resident musician. Okay,
That's why I want to
You know what I'm
hear
saying?
his
So-
opinion.
and
Okay.
even though he said, what did he say?
They want to
Mama
hear
say,
your.
Mama say, Mama why? Mama say, my wife.
Shut up and let the man talk.
Did Michael Jackson? What version of Michael?
We don't
Jackson?
want to know what Google says.
I've heard you.
We want to know what you remember.
A smooth criminal.
Yeah.
Yeah. You've never heard I've been struck by.
We'll get to that one, baby.
Okay.
See, even Matt said he's never heard. He doesn't even remember him ever saying struck by.
And mind you guys, he has a partially eidetic memory. Music, videos, shows, he remembers lyrics, he remembers words, he remembers lines. He can quote you things word for word from things.
Yo, put the camera back on Matt real quick. Matt, look at me in my eyeballs. Look at me in my soul, sir.
Well,
Okay.
we've got to see his eyeballs first.
Yes. Adjust the camera, Brett.
Where's he at? I can't tell.
Matt,
He
Matt,
screen?
you look at me in my eyeballs, bro. This is why I love you, man. You my boy. Matt, you my boy. Okay? This is why we cool, man. This is why we connected. When we connected. Okay? Because
Just so you
I
know,
understand
Matt,
that.
he's full of shit.
first of all, Ace, shut your mouth. Okay? That's number one. Shut your mouth. Okay? I wish I could silence your
Okay,
mic.
Medea.
I wish I could silence your mic, but you're on my system right now, so I can't silence your mic. Anyways, man,
He never
yo,
should have given me this much power.
shut your mouth. Anyways, Matt, that's what I appreciate. You know what I'm saying? Because you can, like, musically, this is one of the reasons why. Because I knew Britt was gonna be on here. I knew you were gonna be on here. Musically, I knew you would probably be the one person that could really identify with this. What I was about to say with that, because I didn't know about, because like what she just said about you remembering songs, lyrics, movies, stuff like that. I didn't know any of that stuff, but I felt like you would be the one person that I could sit there and say, I could say this, because you know what? I've heard both, and I've heard it from like Alien Ant Farm, because they said struck by.
Yeah.
There's been a lot, and I love that song. Oh my god, I love that song for so many reasons. When they did it, you know, so I'm a drummer by trade, and like you and I have talked. I want to get and try to play lead guitar. I want to, you know, play bass guitar and all that stuff. And you and I have talked. We need to get hooked up on that as far as lead guitar stuff. But we've talked, like that's the reason why, is because I've heard so many of the other people. I've heard so many other artists do the same version of the song, and they've all said struck by. But he never said that.
Birdman,
Oh God, what?
I thought the point of this was to get Matt's view on it. The
I
man,
am getting there. Would you?
the man ain't said a word.
I'm trying to get. I just wanted to say that so I can lead him into it so he can talk. God bless. Shut up. Just shut up. I'm sorry, Matt. I'm sorry you had to see that. That was the black side of me coming out. Go ahead, Matt. Matt, you tell us your musical side of it.
No, I've always heard it as you've been hit by, you've been struck by a smooth criminal.
He can
Right.
moonwalk.
Oh, moonwalk?
But that
Why
is
do-
wrong.
But that's how I've always heard it. But
Now,
with the Mandela Effect stuff,
when you say you've always heard it that way, if you always heard it that way from the Michael Jackson standpoint, or have you always heard it from other artists' standpoint?
other artists stamp.
Okay. And see that, and I'm with you on that. That's exactly how I was too. Because when I saw this one, I was like, "Nah, man, he's always said that." I was like, "Why would all these other artists say that, and he's never said that?" And then when you look it up, it's like, "No, he just says hit by." I'm like, "No, he doesn't." And I'm like, I'm arguing with everybody. I'm like, "No, he does not. He said struck by." And then you play it, and you're like, "No, he said you've been hit by." I'm like, Boy, you just crushed my baby feelings like that. Wait, why? No, why? Okay, listen. Okay, we're gonna take another quick commercial break. We got to do some sponsors here. We're gonna take another quick commercial break. Matt, thanks, man. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you coming on here, man. You my boy.
Glad you got to talk, Matt.
Hey, shut up, Ace. Most of the time, you're the one stepping on everybody else. Anyways, we're gonna take a real commercial, quick commercial break.
We're taking a real commercial break.
Ace, I'm literally, if you had ovaries, I will punch you in them. I'm starting to think you do. Anyways, we're gonna take a real.
Did you just call me a bitch?
Did I?
Without calling me a bitch?
Did I? We'll be right back with more of the Birdman Show. Doobie Energy Drinks is an energy drink that you can mix at home. It's especially formulated to give you focus and energy with no jitters or crash. The formulas contain vitamins, amino acids, and nootropics, including the patented Neural Effect. No sugar, no fillers, and no artificial colors. So if you need something to give you the energy to take, Doobie Energy is what you need. Go to doobie.gg. That's DUBBY.GG. Use promo code Birdman Show for 10% off all your orders. And tell them the Birdman said.
We will march into the night. Let the fear sink in the ride.
Yo, how we doing? It's the Birdman. We're back here on the Birdman Show. Do it with me one time. Yo, I'm gonna let this play for just a second. I love this rendition of this. This is Peyton Parrish, Battle Cries.
Rally up the souls and shields. Fight into the bloody field.
Oh, if you don't know about this, you need to listen to this. This is actually really good. This gets me hyped. Like when I go do workouts or anything like that, this is one of the songs I listen to all the time. This dude is phenomenal. But hey, we are back on the Birdman Show. I am the Birdman. This is the Birdman Show. I am still rocking and rolling. I'm here with Big Sam. I'm here with Ace. We are joined by Brittany Press.
Not if you ask me. If you ask me, it's Brittany Abbott. Wait, it's not Abbott no more.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know. We don't. That's why we don't.
I totally had a Mandela effect on that. I was the fucking flower bro at y'all's wedding, and I couldn't remember Matt's last name.
Yeah, that's why we don't ask Ace when it comes to stuff like that. We just don't. We either find it out on our own. We either find it out on our own, or we just don't ask him at all. Or we just go right to the source. But we are here.
Table workout.
Yeah, no, I don't like. I work out in my mind a lot. I play a lot of video games on my Xbox, and I work out a lot on my Xbox. But anyways,
he's got the biggest thumbs you've ever seen.
Look at him. Look at him. I can hold Milner with one thumb. Anyways, we're back. We're talking about the Mandela Effect, and how all of our childhoods have been ruined, and we don't really know anything that we know. We are living in a matrix world. I don't know if we're still plugged in or if we're unplugged. I don't know. At this point in time, I'm starting to think I don't really care anymore.
Did you know that there's a Mandela effect about the Matrix?
Oh, there's a Mandela effect definitely about the Matrix. We'll probably.
I didn't write that one down, but
I'm pretty sure Britt has that.
I can.
No. Britt.
Have that wrote down. I didn't really write down a lot of the topics. I had like a couple of.
Well, it's hard to write down all the topics.
Because there's so fucking many of them.
Listen, I literally on YouTube. I watched there's a and I don't have it in front of me, so I can't remember his name. I didn't write down. There's a guy that actually spends his pretty much his whole existence to looking up Mandela effects. He devotes all of his time to it, and he had in one video, which was almost 4.5 hours long, 124 different topics when it comes to the Mandela effect, and that's just in one video. He has 5 of them, and one video was almost 4.5 hours long. Like I was sitting at my desk, and I fell asleep twice trying to watch it. I walked out of the room. I threw my headset. I walked out of the room. Dad's like, "You okay?" I was like, "No, I'm done. I can't. No. I give up. It doesn't matter anymore." So, and I'm looking in the comments, and Angel's talking about she wants to talk about the Gremlins. Angel, please tell me what you want to talk about.
We'll go ahead and talk about the Gremlins.
We'll get into more of that. But this topic is it's hurting my soul. Okay, it's hurting my soul because I don't think I know anything that I thought I knew when it comes to a lot of the stuff. When it comes to a lot of the memories, and like I said, it's a double-edged sword for me because I battled with TBIs, and I just sometimes I think I just I have trouble remembering things, so I just kind of chalk it up to that. I get depressed about it, but then now I'm listening to this crap with the Mandela effect, and I'm like, well, maybe it's not the fact I'm not remembering anything. It's just maybe it didn't happen. Oh my God! So let's please continue. We've talked about things as far as Britt had brought up. What was one of the ones you brought up, Britt?
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings. Britt brought up Lord of the Rings. That really messed me up a little bit. Brian brought up Field of Dreams. That was one of my favorite movies. Big Sam, what was one of the ones you brought up?
Mickey Mouse and the Suspenders.
Yeah, Mickey Mouse and the Suspenders. Did he have it? Did he have suspenders? Did he not have suspenders?
He had buttons for him.
He had buttons for him, which really weirded me out as a kid because I had no idea what that was for. And I had a lot of questions that no one had answers to. And maybe that's the problem. Maybe the problem, a lot of the stuff is problem from childhood or growing up, and no one had answers to it, so they made up answers. And now we remember those as fact. Maybe that is. Maybe that's the problem. I don't freaking know.
How about no?
Maybe not. I don't know. Moving forward.
Okay, so real quick before I do mine, Angel has one on the Gremlins. She
Okay.
wants to know how you remember the 2 main characters as far as the Gremlins were concerned.
Okay, so I'm assuming she's referring to Gizmo and Stripe.
Yes.
Now, was it Stripe or was it Spike?
It was Stripe.
Ooh.
It was Stripe.
No.
No, was
It
one.
was not Stripe. It was Spike. It was Gizmo and Spike.
But I thought they named him Stripe because of the
It
Mohawk
was
stripe.
No.
Yes.
See? All of them are saying no to Stripe. It was Gizmo and Spike.
Oh. Uh-huh.
Now, this one, okay. Here, when it comes to the Mandela effect, number one, it also depends on your sources. Okay, because I have seen sources that said Spike. Okay, I've also seen sources that said Stripe. Okay, and the thing was, his name was Stripe. You can look at the movie, you can pull up the clip, it'll say Stripe. It'll say Stripe all day long. Once again, it depends on your sources. And the reason why, like I said, when I've heard this, I heard this one, and I can get it. But like I said, when you pull up the movie, pull up the clip, especially when Gizmo first gets hit with the water after Corey Freeman, or was it Heyman?
It wasn't Corey. It wasn't Corey anything.
I'm talking about the guy that played.
It wasn't him.
I'm talking about the guy that played the kid that accidentally knocked the water on Gizmo.
The owner, right?
Those are a lot of big words there.
It wasn't the name character. It wasn't the main character. Feldman. So after he knocked the water on, which was, I think it was the watercolors that, or whatever. After he knocked the water on Gizmo, when he had it, he named the main character named him Stripe. Never did. He never said Spike.
Okay, Angel, you're the one that brought this up. What was the villain gremlin's name? What are you doing, Britt?
I'm looking this shit up. I don't have another phone right now.
I'm looking.
Are you looking it up too?
Of course.
There it is, Gremlins. Let's see if it says it.
Okay, so she says that it is Stripe.
Right. So it was Stripe, and like I said, it in this one it really, and a lot of this, it kind of depends on the sources. Depends on who you're asking, who's giving the information out, and how they remember it. I know, yeah, and I'm with you. I'm with you. Like I said, even when I heard this first one, I even questioned it too. When it comes to a lot of stuff, I said, well, wait a minute, was it Spike? Because it does. I mean, it fits. I mean, it definitely fits. But like I said, I do remember it as always being Stripe, because of the white stripe that went down the back of his head. And so therefore, that's why I always said no. I think it was always Stripe. But like I said, I can definitely see why somebody would think Spike, because I mean it's basically almost the same thing. Spike, Stripe. I'm with you on that. I am not
tomato.
Yes, exactly. Yes, exactly. When it comes to that, so I'm with you on that. I'm definitely with you on that. Okay.
You realize this is going to be like a 2 or 3 part fucking.
Yeah, it's
going to be a series.
This is one of those episodes when it comes to this stuff. Like this can be like we can run this throughout the entire existence of the Birdman show.
We could.
Like it could be one.
I mean, I literally have like 50 things on my fucking paper here.
Look, and I stopped at 13. I stopped at 13 because the number 13 one, I stopped at that one because that one messed me up. It messed me up a lot because on my number the number 13th. I
don't think I remember
the number 13 Mandela Effect really messed me up because I know a lot of people who watch this movie. I've watched the movie itself, but I was not like one of those diehard fans of it. I thought it was a cool movie, and I enjoyed it, but I wasn't one of those ones. And then I seen all the backlash, not necessarily backlash, but people talking about it when it came to this effect that really kind of messed me up. Okay, so let's get back into it.
All right. So I'm going to take it
up.
back to the 80s. I mean, we're talking about classic fucking TV show or movie right here.
Oh, it's a movie. Okay.
Yeah,
Movie.
classic fucking movie.
Okay.
What?
I was just making sure if it was movie or TV show.
Britt, all we see is your nose and your mouth.
We do.
Dude, I'm sitting 3 feet away from my phone.
Well, adjust it because that's literally all we see. There we go. That's better.
Or tilt.
I mean, if
tilt
you've got it on your stand,
tilt it up.
You need to like tilt it. Or there we
this-
go. There we go. Now we can see all of your face.
See, that is so weird
No,
because now
you had your eyes in there.
Yeah,
I
Yes.
did not.
I did. You're right. So for the people on
Well,
Facebook,
the thing of it
for
is
the people on Facebook, this is what I saw.
with you, you're on your phone and you are in standard mode.
Okay.
So it shows more on you, but with us, you are in landscape widescreen.
Yeah.
So
see.
it condenses you down.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So Brett, I need you to do better.
Yes. All right.
Taken.
But anyway, Risky Business. How many of you remember
Oh,
Risky Business?
Risky Business. Tom Cruise, one of his early movies.
And was that Tonic and Tang?
What?
Was that the name? What was her name?
Oh, the female?
Yeah, the one
I
that
don't
taught him
remember.
everything.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Anyway,
Sure.
that's not the part that we're worried about.
Okay.
The part that I want to talk to you guys about is whenever he comes sliding into the fucking camera view
Right.
in the foyer, wearing socks, a button-up shirt,
White shirt.
Yeah.
Yes.
and sunglasses.
Did he?
Right?
Did he have sunglasses on?
No.
I don't remember having
I
sunglasses.
remember sunglasses.
I remember him with sunglasses.
See, I don't remember him with sunglasses.
Yeah.
You're an idiot.
I'm sorry. What? So what does it say? He didn't have sunglasses.
No, it says that he did not have sunglasses.
So who's the idiot?
You.
I think you.
It's okay, Superman. Soldier Boy. Britt, what are you doing?
She's looking it up.
What?
What are you doing?
She's looking it up.
Yeah.
I just said that. I just freaking said that. Like twice.
You're supposed to do your research before we
Well,
start.
she has no
No,
idea what the heck you're going to talk about.
Mine's going to the credits on the Gremlins. I haven't moved on yet.
Oh, okay.
She's
But yes, okay. Everybody in the chat, Carrie said that she remembers him with sunglasses.
okay.
Who else remembers him with or without sunglasses?
With
I mean that's what the chat's for, so that we can get
Yes.
everybody's input.
Right. Like I said, I don't personally remember him with sunglasses. I know I've seen parodies done of that scene, and everybody has had him with sunglasses on. So I mean, I get that.
Angel said,
So yeah, that's
well, you know, they say that the Mandela Effect is they fuck it up again every 7 years. So I mean, you were young whenever it came out, so by the time you watched it, they'd already remastered it so he didn't have sunglasses on.
I don't know.
You're just special.
Okay, Bob remembers without.
I don't know.
So Ace, you're saying you remember him with sunglasses.
Sam,
Have you seen the movie Big Sam?
you don't remember?
Okay. Yeah, I mean it's actually really. You know what? Risky Business. Okay, so Big Sam, have you seen the movie? Oh crap, The Girl Next Door.
Mama has proof. Oh,
okay.
Mama has proof of what? Him with sunglasses?
Have you seen the movie? Okay, Big Sam, have you seen the movie Easy A? Okay, so Easy A, Girl Next Door is
Well, you
basically
can't do that because
those movies are basically they're based off of when you look at the structure of the movie, they're based off of Risky Business. So that's the equivalent of that. Risky Business is Easy A, Girl Next Door. So I think Girl Next Door came out before Easy A, and so Girl Next Door is basically almost just like Easy or Risky Business, and then off of Girl Next Door you have Easy A. So yeah, so that's basically what that is like. And I'll be honest, Risky Business is a great movie. It's a great movie. I loved it. I enjoyed it very much. So yeah, I get that.
It depends on the song.
Does anyone remember the song that it came to? Old Time Rock and Roll, was that the name of it?
He's got his phone pulled up too.
Was it Old Town Rock and Roll? I don't remember the name of the song. I remember hearing that.
it's old
Okay,
time.
yeah, Old Town Rock and Roll. Yeah, that's the name of the song. Yeah, it's classic. That's how I remember that song. Like I don't remember that song from anything else. Like if I want to hear that song, I type in Risky Business. it pulls it up for me. It like pulls up the motion picture soundtrack, Risky Business, Old Town Rock and Roll. Yes, great song. You're freaking awesome. What's that? Okay, we got our researcher. What she got?
What I love
In
Blue
the movie Risky Business. Tom Cruise indeed dances in his underwear to the song Old Time Rock and Roll.
Okay.
In that scene, he starts off wearing a white shirt and dark sunglasses.
Okay.
But as he dances and
Takes
gets
them
into
off.
the music, he takes off the sunglasses and changes into a pink shirt. Why the fuck would he change his clothes?
Wait, a pink shirt?
Yeah, he does. If you look it up, he actually does have a pink button-up shirt on.
Why did...
Okay, so the Mandela
Okay, you know
effect
what?
is wrong.
First of all, this is so wrong on so many levels. If he has a white shirt, first of all, why are you dancing around in freaking the house with freaking tube socks on, a white button-up shirt, freaking drawers, and freaking sunglasses on, and then you're gonna do a wardrobe change in the middle of it and put a pink shirt on and take your sunglasses off? What the freak is going on here?
A wardrobe change.
For prostitute. What? For a prostitute. Wait, Bob sings.
Yes, we know that part.
Okay, I'm just saying. This whole, you know what? Don't bring that crap up anymore.
But the fact of the matter is, he did have sunglasses on.
Okay, so he had sunglasses on. It's cool. So in that sense, my memory, what I'm doing is, because that happened. Yes, he did have sunglasses on, but he takes them off. So now what I'm looking at is, in my memory, I'm not remembering the sunglasses. But now
You're also not remembering the pink shirt.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Is that I've taken out the pink shirt and the sunglasses. So now that I'm sitting there and I'm trying to replay this in my mind, I can remember him sliding across the floor with his back turned to the camera, and I can kind of see the fact that he has the sunglasses on and that he takes them off. I don't remember the pink shirt at all. I do not remember the pink shirt at all. Did any of you that's here in this episode right there, in this show right now, do y'all remember a pink shirt?
You totally just contradicted yourself. You said you don't remember him with sunglasses on, but now you're saying you remember with sunglasses on, him taking them off.
What I'm saying is I can see the fact that I can remember, now that I'm thinking about it, now that that's been brought. Okay, I can kind of remember him wearing the sunglasses, but that also kind of goes with everybody else doing like Saturday Night Live, like some of these other movies that have done like a play off of that scene, sliding across the floor with sunglasses on. So now that makes sense. But what's not making sense is the pink shirt. I don't remember a pink shirt at all. Like, I can sit there and say, okay, yeah, I can kind of get with the fact that maybe I didn't remember the sunglasses, but I don't remember a pink shirt, like, at all. Like, so there's okay, so now you brought it up, Ace. Do you remember the pink shirt?
Yes.
Okay, I don't. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't.
Now, since we brought this up, I just like went through the collection of movies in my head.
I'm sorry, but I gotta say this real quick. Angel was like, "Yeah, you block it out because dude had tidy whities."
Tidy whities, yeah.
Yeah, it's probably white.
I've seen quite a few movies with Tom Cruise in them.
Mm.
Well, no, I can't say that because I actually thought of what I was going to say. Can anybody think of a movie where he wasn't wearing sunglasses? But then one came to mind, so I'll retract that question. Britt, you're up.
Okay. Here's a good one. There's got to be some I Love Lucy fans.
Okay.
Lucy, you got some splaining to do.
He never said that.
Nope. According to Mandela.
That
Bullshit.
icon. Apparently, he never said it.
I got to make sure I got the holes facing me, or else y'all ain't going to be able to hear me. Now, why in the hell would we, as a collective body, have that line engraved in our fucking brains if it was never said? He did not say it. There was stuff similar to it, but he, according to Mandela, he never said it exactly like that.
Charlie,
I don't know. Like that now, Big Sam. I know this was way, way, way before your time. I don't know. Have you seen anything about this, Big Sam?
I've heard the line, but I don't think I've seen what it's from. No.
Okay. I have. I mean, I used to watch that show a lot too. And to me, my memory, I remember Lucy got some explaining to do. So this is another one that just like it messes with me because the simple fact is I don't know what to believe anymore. Like I really don't. I don't know what to believe anymore. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know what's going on. I'm just the passenger on this boat, and I kind of want to get off right now. I don't want to do it anymore. I just throw me into the sea. Let the Leviathan just take my soul. Yeah, I just let the Leviathan take my soul. I'll just go to the city of Atlantis. I'll live with Aquaman. I don't know. I can't.
There's times during the show where apparently he said, "Lucy, fuck, I didn't write it down."
Lucy, make me a sandwich.
But I mean, it's according to the Mandela Effect. He never said that. It's like, Lucy, explain this or something like that. But apparently, it was never. You've got some explaining to do.
I don't.
So our like I said, our collective memories don't recall. Whatever. I'm over this shit.
I am too. I'm getting so frustrated with this crap.
Like memory, and that. Oh no! I'll wait until you bring it up.
Wait till who brings it up?
Wait, I don't know. Maybe I may not bring it up. I don't know what the heck you're talking about.
Part of this comes in. Earlier I mentioned the word. I don't know if I'm saying this right. It's schema. I don't know. It's SCHEMA. I don't know the correct pronunciation.
I was never part of a spelling bee, so I don't freaking know what the hell you're talking about.
Can you use that?
It's otherwise memories and how we categorize things, and like you guys.
Okay, yeah, okay. I see what you're saying. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what it's called, but yeah, that's what I'm referring to. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Okay. I'm with you now. Yep. Yeah. I don't freaking know. I don't know. My head's hurting.
Yeah. Sam, you're up.
Yeah, Sam. Big Sam, go. Please do something. I don't.
But besides knock him upside the head.
Part 2 coming next week.
We'll go around one more time.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a real another quick commercial break. When we get back, we're gonna do one more around the horn, and then we're gonna wrap everything up. This is gonna have to be a part 2, part 3, maybe part 4, because there's just way too much to wrap your brain around when it comes to stuff. I'm getting a headache, and I want to cry. So we'll be right back with more of the Birdman Show.
Don't cry.
I'm trying not to. Hey, it's the Birdman here, and I have a question for you. Have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? If so, have you heard about Spotify for Podcasters and why it's the easiest way to make a podcast with everything you need all in one place? Allow me to explain. Spotify for Podcasters has the tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone, tablet, or computer. And when hosting on Spotify for Podcasters, you can distribute your podcast on listening platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and many more. It's really everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. And the best thing about it, it's totally free. So what are you waiting for? Go to podcasters.spotify.com to get started. And just tell them a little birdie told you. A Birdman, that is.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. It's hard to yell when the barrel's in your mouth. Come on. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Yeah. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Yeah, you already know.
Coming live from the VIP, heard the nightlife, lost life without me.
I'm sorry, I had to let that play a little bit. It's that's T.I. Bring 'em out. We're trying to bring it out because we have no idea when we started this what we was actually bringing out. Okay, we didn't know, and I apologize because if I had known, I just really. Whew. Okay, so we are here talking about the Mandela Effect. This is Birdman. We're on the Birdman Show. I'm still here with Big Sam, Ace. I'm here rock and rolling with Britt. And we're, like I said, we're talking about the Mandela Effect. My soul is destroyed right now.
That sums it up.
I'm hurt. I just don't know. There's so many different things when it comes to this. Like I said, I didn't know, and there's still so much more that we have not covered. Okay, so I'm gonna start with you, Britt. How are you feeling right now with a lot of stuff we discussed?
Well, I've already had time to process quite a bit of what we've discussed. There's been a couple things that kind of threw me for a loop that I hadn't heard of, so it just kind of, I don't know. I want to dig that hole a little bit deeper because
right.
I'm really interested to get into the causes of the Mandela Effect. That's what I'm really interested to talk about because there's some good theories.
Yeah, there really are. Ace, how are you doing with a lot of the stuff we've talked about so far?
The causes?
The causes.
We've all been fucking brainwashed. That's the cause.
Or is it something?
My mind hurts. My brain stopped braining about an hour ago. Or
20 years
10 years ago. But I have a 4-year-old monkey distracting me. Pokey. You have to have one.
Yeah, your sister said
really,
you have to have a mind. You have to have a mind for it to hurt.
All right, but here, I'm gonna turn this over to Sam to see, get a feel for how he's doing.
So anyway, the location of New Zealand. That's apparently one.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait. I was kind of trying to just move forward and just go. Are you saying the location of New Zealand is a Mandela effect?
According
Apparently
to
a
a
lot.
group of people, yes.
Yeah.
What the?
He said, "Fuck you and how I feel," and just jumped right back into it.
Okay, so you know what? I was about to go into something else, but no, you're gonna have to explain this one to Lucy. You got some explain to do. What in the world is going on with this one?
So if you look at a map, New Zealand is southeast of Australia.
Uh-huh.
But apparently there is a community of people who claim to remember New Zealand being northeast instead of southeast of Australia.
I've always
and Britt got a map behind her. Like Britt's got a map behind her.
Well, that's the map of. Oh no, that is the map of the world, isn't it?
Yeah, it is the map of the world. Okay, so
there's Australia. You finally got down to Australia. Right.
Where's New Zealand at? Point it out to
Go
me.
straight down. Right. She doesn't even know.
It's right. I'm pointing at it.
She's pointing at it.
That's
Yeah.
New Zealand.
Right here.
Okay, so.
Okay.
So Big Sam, you're saying the group is saying it was located northeast?
Yeah.
Apparently so, yeah.
What in the?
Why do you have a map on your wall?
Why does she have Jimi Hendrix on her wall?
If you take a close look at the maps, you will see multiple pins in there. I actually used to have a Facebook live with a couple friends that we did, and it points out the several people that we have communicated and been involved with around the world.
Okay.
Whoa.
Okay, so
I didn't realize that y'all were swingers.
What do you think the upside down pineapple's for?
Oh, baby Jesus. Okay, so we're not doing that. Not this episode. That episode's gonna have to be for subscribers only.
Yeah, huh?
that episode's gonna have to be for subscribers only.
All right, so
yeah. So if you want to subscribe, go to our Patreon page.
It was put in the chat that Mom remembers it being northeast.
Okay, so Mom remembers it, but okay, hold up. Who's got a Pokey? You got a question? Please make sure you put it in the chat so that way we can address it.
You're up.
Yeah. So who's up? Me.
You are up. Good sir.
I don't think I have the mental capacity to deal with this right now. Let's talk about one. I know that I've seen a couple of viewers talk about. I've had some people ask me about this as well offline. Curious George. Now,
did not have a tail.
Yeah. Now, I personally, when I talk about this one, I never remember him having a tail. But at the same time, I have over the years, and this has come up, especially when you have kids, and you talk about like stuff that you grew up with and you want to share with your kids because it was a great learning tool for you growing up, and you want to share those same things with kids. And I've had people say, "Oh yeah, Curious George, hanging off a tree with his tail." I'm like, "Yeah, he never had a tail. What are you talking about?" I'm like, "Oh no, he had a tail." I'm like, no, fam, bro, never had a tail. But now that we're talking about years later from that situation moving forward, and now we're doing with the Mandela effect, and I'm talking with people here, really, I remember Des had said something about, like, I remember him having a tail. I was like, I never remember him having a tail. Like, what? Really? Like, I don't ever remember him having a tail. So that's, for me, that's the one that I really want to think about. Britt, you're saying you don't remember him having a tail, right?
No, because I distinctively remember him walking around on those episodes where he had that big yellow raincoat and the hat. There was no tail.
That's not Curious George. That's the man in the yellow hat.
No, it's not. Curious George had a raincoat that was yellow and a hat.
That's the man in the yellow hat. Curious George is the fucking monkey.
Yes, but he has a yellow raincoat. Look it up. You fucker. You're messing with me.
No, the man with the yellow hat is on Curious George. But he didn't have that was his handler.
Oh shit!
I do remember a couple episodes.
I don't remember.
Like I remember the cartoon with a couple episodes of him having a raincoat and a hat on. I don't think it was like a main staple of it.
No,
but I do remember him having a raincoat with a hat.
And look,
so I hear what you're saying, Britt, and I definitely hear what you're saying as well, Ace. Yeah, okay. So there's a couple.
Okay, so that's a doll with a raincoat and a hat on.
Like originally,
the reason why he's the doll with the raincoat and a hat is because the man with the yellow hat, was part of Curious George.
And I'm be honest with you, originally when you first started talking about that, Britt, my mind immediately went to Paddington Bear.
No.
Because that's the I really like. Yeah, Paddington Bear had a raincoat with a hat and everything. I don't remember.
I mean, it wasn't yellow, but
then
yes, he did.
when I saw the images that you originally pulled up, and I was like, oh, you know what? Actually, I remember in the cartoon there was a couple episodes because there was rain in there. There was some type of lesson. I don't remember what it was that they were trying to teach. And yes, I do remember having a raincoat and a hat on. So yes, okay.
Now,
yeah.
I will personally say that I didn't watch much Curious George whenever I was growing up. I don't recall him having a tail. Some of the images that they've shown as far as with the tail or without a tail, he kind of looks weird with the tail.
Yes. 100.
I mean, the tail that they put on him doesn't even look, I mean, it looks like they photoshopped the tail on him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sam, what do you think?
Actually, no tail.
The man of few words.
He said, nah, no tail.
Can't get a word in edgewise.
He said, no tail. Yeah, he didn't have a tail. So forget that monkey.
All right, Papa Bear,
Watch him.
I see you. I hope so. I mean, I'm on 4 different fucking screens.
Because Pokey says that he had a tail. And that's one of those things, like, it's, okay, so, like, my thing with the Mandela effect is
Hello,
that
Cindy.
Is that there's so many different people that have so many different memories, and it's one of those things where like you can you say okay that's how you remember it, this and that, but there's some of the stuff that we've talked about. It's like, and one of the ones we haven't talked about, I don't want to get into it now, but I am going to mention it now. This is definitely going to have to be a part 2, part 3, part 4, however many parts it's going to take. Is the Flintstones, like the spelling of the Flintstones, and like it's crazy because in the so-called correct spelling of the Flintstones is what they're saying is what gets me is that when they brought up the search for it, and I can't remember what they're saying the correct spelling of the Flintstones. Somebody help me out with that.
It's with it, not without.
Yeah, so with the Flint is what they're saying is the correct term, the correct spelling.
Yes, Flintstones.
Okay.
Yep.
So the so-called incorrect spelling without the T was just Flintstones, right? The search for that is greater, meaning there's more people that search for it with that, right? And so you're thinking, okay, that's just because they can't spell, but it's been like that since the beginning. And it's also with people that are not. It's not just the United States. It's worldwide. But the funny thing about it was the ones that they're saying that with the so-called correct spelling, there's one group in only one part of the world that has been spelling it the correct way the entire time, and it's in Europe. And I want to say it's.
He's just guessing at this point.
No, I've seen it, but I wanted to say it was Great Britain. I'll have to look that up. Like I said, we're not going to get into that now. So I'll have that. I'll have all that information on the next episode we do with this one. I'll have all that information with a lot of this stuff. Just because I don't want to get into it. The Berenstain Bears is another one. It's dude, I'm telling you, there's so many. And I wasn't a big Berenstain, however you want to say it, whatever the correct is. I don't know. Don't care. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, with me growing up, that wasn't one of the ones that, it was one of the norm for the culture of what we had. Me as a kid growing up, I wasn't big into the read me a bedtime story crap. Like, I'd play games, play outside. When I was tired, I'd go to sleep. My parents never read me bedtime stories. It wasn't because they didn't want to. I didn't care for them. Just leave me alone. You go, whatever you're going to do, just leave me alone. I'm going to my room, I'm going to sleep. So it was just one of those things. So, like I said, when it comes to a lot of stuff with the Mandela effect, on some of the stuff, it doesn't affect me because it's some things that, as far as when we talk about childhood, It wasn't one of those things that I experienced or cared about. So that's why I'm fascinated about it, because I'm getting an opportunity to learn about people, how they grew up, what some of the things they viewed things, and how it was different from how I viewed things. And that's why it's so fascinating to me. That's why I actually really like this subject and what we're talking about. Okay, so real quick, so wait, who do we live off? We live off with
you.
Me?
Yep.
Okay, so give me so Ace, give me one. Okay, we're gonna do one more.
Nope.
I'm gonna leave mine out.
Nope. We're gonna wrap it up right here.
No, give me one more.
We're gonna wrap it up right here. And the last thing that I want to say.
What I'm saying is, give me one more, so that way you can lead into the next episode.
Oh, so give you one and don't talk about it.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay, so the one that we're going to start the next episode off with is Queen.
We are the champions. Is that what you're talking about?
The fuck is that look for, Britt?
I love Queen, and I don't agree with this one at all.
Now,
I
that's all I'm going to say is right. That's all. Let them know what the topic is that we're going to lead into next week, and then stop, and then you're going to wrap it up, and then you're just going to ignore me. My master's not talking to me right now.
Oh,
you.
What do you want?
I was talking to you.
I'm trying to do something else.
I know you are. This is your damn show. I
What
thought
do
you
you
said you
want?
could multitask.
I can, but I said, hey, give me something that you would want to lead into today's show. That's what I said. So that was on you. You say your topic, then we move to the next freaking person. Oh my God.
Okay, so what are
you done? Queen. You said Queen.
Yes.
Shut up. Okay, shut up. Brett.
Motherfucker.
Where's that? C3PO.
Oh,
everybody knew that.
Silver leg or gold, or was he always golden? I'll stop that one.
You're
real
dead.
Quick. I'll stop that one real quick. But yes, we're good.
Okay,
I'm a
Sam?
big Star Wars fan, so you're good.
He's gonna think of one.
He's gonna think of one. Okay.
Yeah, and then we'll touch base back with him. Oh, surprise! 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 Surprise!
Okay, mine is going to be what I'm going to start off.
Wait,
with.
I thought you said we was gonna leave yours out.
No, I didn't. No, when did I say that?
Didn't he say that?
Okay, there's the Mandela effect right there. Anyways, mine is going to be one that's going to probably mess with a lot of people, and that's the ending to the Coraline movie. Hey, Britt's looking. Yes, yes, and she's gonna start looking up like what?
Sitter.
That's gonna be the yes. No, you
That-
say
that's
sit.
a-
You
that's
say
a
sit
Tim
all you
Burton
want-
movie.
I know you say sit all you want to, because I've already said it to her. She's like, wait, what? She didn't know either. And so
No,
that's a big one. That's a big one. So yeah, so those are gonna be some of the ones we're kind of gonna lead into, moving to the next episode. But yeah, it's yeah, trust me, it's freaking crazy. So yo, look, first of all, I want to thank everybody who joined us on our live stream, as far as Facebook Live, who joined us with our YouTube channel, who joined us on the becoming a live studio member audience. Yo, I want to thank everybody for it. I want to thank Doobie Energy Drinks, Riverside.fm, who powers the show, Spotify for podcasters, because we do the audio version on that
we'll
as
get
well.
to that next week, Alicia Faye.
Yeah. Ace, tell everybody real quick how they can follow you on your social media accounts, as far as TikTok and everything else.
You can find me on TikTok. Just do a search for Ace Whore. That's ACEHORE.
Big Sam, how can I? Never mind.
He wouldn't even create a TikTok account so that we could do our
I know.
Wait, now how in the hell are we going to do a fucking
Well,
review of this?
He'll just be on mine. He'll just sit in here with me, and we'll do that. As far as that, we'll do that. Britt, same thing to you. You want to tell people how to follow you on your social media accounts or whatever social media accounts you want to share? Go ahead.
I do believe my tag, it's TLB in the front, so it's TLB_Brit1223.
And if everybody's wondering what the 1223 is, that is her birthday. So if anybody in here has not wished her a happy birthday, now is your opportunity.
Dang, you trying to might as well give her a social out too, bud. God damn.
Hey,
anyways,
shout outs all around.
God damn, bro. It's supposed to give it all over shit, man. God damn. Anyways, you can definitely follow the Birdman Show. You can hit me up on my personal Facebook page at Tim Birdman Simpson. You can follow the Birdman Show Facebook group page. Definitely.
Real quick before we end, Pokey's wanting to know if you've seen her question. She asked you if you've seen an American something or other.
American Beauty.
No.
American Sniper.
No.
Where's it at?
Right.
An American Crime.
Yeah, American Crime.
Actually, yes.
There it is.
I have. Yeah, I see it now. Yes, I have. That is one is on my list that I was talking about with some of this stuff. Yes, it was bad. Yes, so yes, I'm with you on there. Trust me, we will definitely dive into that on part 2 of this whenever we decide to do this. So I'm with you, Pokey. Yes, ma'am. Yes, I'm with you. But yes, as far as the Birdman Show, like I said, you can follow me on the Tim Birdman Simpson Facebook profile, the Birdman Show profile, group page, for anything like that. And like Ace alluded to, on Thursday nights, what we started doing a recap of the previous show. You can follow me on my Birdman Show TikTok profile. And we do that live. It's live there, so you can join in. We dive a little bit more in depth with some of the stuff we've talked about. But not only do we talk about the previous show, we also talk about the upcoming show. We also ask, hey fans, do you have anything that you would like to see us talk about? So you can definitely join in there. It's fun. We keep it lighthearted, but we also do ask everybody to be respectful for anybody that comes on there. But we do that. Follow us on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it, at Birdman Podcast. You can check out all of our episodes, our video episodes, at on our YouTube channel at Birdman Show Podcast 9643. We're on Patreon, so if you want to subscribe to the show, help support the channel, go to patreon.com/The Birdman Show. And then, of course, always, if you ever want to email me about the show, if you also want to talk offline about show topics, something you want to see, go to tbs.birdman@gmail.com. Okay, real quick, Britt, do you have any closing remarks for our viewing and listening audience?
Not at this time, because I think anything that would be said at this point would just end a further conversation.
She's like, nice.
Facts.
I ain't saying a damn thing now. Hey.
And
get me on record.
You're absolutely right, Sitter. You can also follow the Birdman Show podcast, I believe, on Spotify.
Yes, it's Birdman Show podcast on Spotify. Thank you.
Well,
thank you, baby.
You do have so many to read off, and you didn't have your teleprompter in front of you.
I
so
did.
you
I
did
probably
miss
should
that
make one for that, but I didn't. But whatever. Actually, Big Sam, do you have anything? Which I'm pretty sure it's going to be probably about 2 seconds long. Do you have anything you want to say for the audience? I'm pretty sure he's going to probably expand that to 5 seconds because I said 2 seconds. Go ahead.
I got nothing.
All right, 2 seconds. Anyways, Ace. Do you have anything closing remarks to share with the viewing and listening audience?
Yes. That is so true, Pokey. I don't have any closing comments. Just that we will see you guys tomorrow on TikTok.
This is a very correct. I am your host, Birdman. This is the Birdman Show. I want to thank once again, of course, my co-host, Big Sam, Ace, and our special guest, Britt. Thank you so much for.
He said, "Big Man Ace, not Big Man Sam."
I said Big Sam and Ace. You know what? You want to talk about your mom needing hearing aids?
I'm old, and I don't know. I guess I was trying to read Pokey's. Well, yeah, that was a squirrel moment because
that was not
me. I was trying to read her comment, and I totally did not hear what you said. So that's
Total man can't multi.
Like that wasn't even a squirrel moment. You just couldn't hear nothing. Like what in the this dude?
It happens.
I'm just what.
See, I don't have my headphones on, and I don't have any distractions.
America, don't listen to that crap. Don't listen to that crap. He's just that dude. This dude, just don't. Please don't. Anyways,
I still say "Down with the Sickness" is a good one to lead out on because all of this is making us sick.
You're making me sick. Freak.
I don't get paid enough to put up with your shit.
Even if you would, I would probably give you a severance package right now.
I know, right? Yeah,
just to get
my severance package is in the mail.
Just get the hell out of here. Well, okay. Anyways, I want to thank everybody for joining in on this episode of the Birdman Show. Like I said, I want to thank Riverside.fm for powering this show. Spotify for podcasters. Doobie Energy Drinks. We are actually in talks with another sponsor, so that more information to come to that. If you go to Doobie Energy Drinks, please make sure you use the Birdman Show for your promo code when you check out to get 10% off.
Or Ace 2023.
Yeah, that or Ace 2023. Whatever. Use that on his crap when he do on his TikTok. Anyways,
Birdman Show works.
Yes, Birdman Show right here. Promote your own crap on your own show. Anyways,
just because it's got your name on it, I thought this was our show.
It is our show, but the promo for that one is this show. Anyways,
well, whatever.
Thank you very much, everybody, for joining. We'll be here, like I said, on Thursday. Go to TikTok. Follow the Birdman Show on TikTok for the live recap show. And we'll see you back later on the Birdman Show. Do it one time. And we out.